Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacqueline Lopez. We are on day 9 of my Christmas series. I am doing a new Christmas video every day in the month of November, so that's going to be a total of 30 Christmas videos. I am really excited to continue sharing those with you. Today I'm going to be sharing some vintage inspired Christmas DIYs. I have had these in mind for a long time and I'm very happy to be able to finally bring them to you. I found the perfect items for all of these DIYs in a way that they would fit perfectly with my decor, and I also offer some alternatives so that you can make them work for you as well. And as always, I do want to remind you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so that you are notified every time that I post a new video. Like, comment, and share. That really helps my channel to grow. And let's just go ahead and get into the DIYs. The supplies for this first DIY are some small ornaments. I was very lucky to have found these for $3.49 at the thrift store. You're also going to need some thin velvet ribbon and of course some scissors. Now I'm going to go ahead and start by unpacking them. I was able to find these mercury glass and milk glass looking ones. I don't know if they're vintage. Still a score at $3.49. So I want to use all of them because I love them all. So I'm going to figure out a pattern in which they all look good next to each other and it doesn't feel too repetitive. Now I'm going to take my velvet ribbon and I'm going to leave it all together. I'm not going to trim it or anything. I'm going to start by making the first loop. That's going to be where it hangs. Once I have that, I'm going to start laying it out here on my working surface, and I'm going to make sure that I keep the pretty side of the velvet ribbon up, and I'm going to trim off these little hanging parts that come with it because we're just going to need the little circle right here. I'm going to figure out a distance that I want all of my ornaments to be on. Again, I don't care about the size of my garland. I want to use them all, but I decided that about 4 inches in difference would give me a little over 4 feet based on the number of ornaments that I have, and I think that's a perfect size. So I'm going to do my first knot here right at 4 inches. So 4 inches from my loop to where I'm attaching my first ornament, and just make sure that you do your little knots really tight and that you are keeping the, again, pretty sides of the velvet facing forward. It's very easy to kind of take it apart if you don't do it at the right size, and it's also very easy for you to manipulate your ribbon so that it's facing forward. I'm going to go ahead and work on my second one. So again, from the middle of my ornament, I'm going to measure another 4 inches, and that's where I'm going to tie the knot for my second ornament. So just put it through, making sure that the pretty sides on both sides of my ornament are facing forward, and all I'm going to do is measure out the 4 inches, hold it tight right here where it's attached to the ornament, make my knot above it, and then I'm going to gently pull so that it holds it tight together. Now I'm not going to do anything else like add glue or anything, just making simple knots and doing them really tightly. I'm going to go ahead and show you with the next one. So I'm going to put it in through my ribbon, measure out the 4 inches where I wanted, making sure again that the pretty sides of the velvet are on top, pinching where the 4 inch measurement is, doing my knot above it, and then just tightening really tight right here. I'm going to go ahead and repeat that with the rest of the ornaments. Again, every 4 inches. It's okay if it's not exact. Once you are done adding all of the ornaments, go ahead and repeat a loop on this end, just like where we started. Trim off any excess at that point. I wanted to show you my roll comes with 6 feet of ribbon, and this is all that I had left over. Remember that the knots eat up some of the ribbon as well. If you can't find ornaments like the ones that I have, you can use some of these smaller silver glass ones. I found those at the thrift store as well, but I absolutely love the way that this turned out. I think it is a perfect combination of the mercury glass and sort of milk glass ornaments that have some gray in it. They go perfectly also with this light gray velvet ribbon. This is not styled and this is not where it is stained, but I still wanted to show you what it looked like. The second DIY, it is so simple. All you're going to need is a Christmas tin. I got this one from the thrift store a while ago, but I love its size. And I'm going to take a bottle brush tree that has seen better days, and all I'm going to do is open my tin and insert it in here. It's going to hide some of where it's already all squished, and all I'm going to do is push it in so that it's the exact size that I wanted. I'm not doing anything other than just putting it in the tin. Make sure that you save your lid, because once Christmas is over, I can just pull this out and use it for something different. I also wanted to show you another option with this white Christmas tree, and just put it inside a little mug, and you can do that with any Christmas mug and tree. Here it is all completed. Again, also not styled. I'm going to be using this on a tier tray coming up. For my final DIY, all I'm going to be using is this jumbo size lawn ornament from Michaels. I love that it looks like mercury glass. I love the colors, and I have always wanted a vintage finial tree topper, and I thought that this was a perfect replacement since I can never seem to find them. So all I'm going to do is take off the like ornament hanger portion of it. It's fairly easy to come off. It is glued on, however, so you just have to work a little bit harder to get it off, and that's what's going to give us like our little opening, and that's how you're going to add it to your tree. Now, my opening was a little bit too small for my tree branch, so I did use a kitchen knife to tear off this other portion of the ornament, and then I'm going to fold my top branch over and just insert it through the new larger hole. You can go up one more of those little indentations on the ornament if you need it a little bit wider. And then, just like you would with a vintage glass finial, is you would put it through the top branch. Now, I think this is a much better alternative because it is larger, and I always find that the vintage ones are a little bit smaller, and they also usually come in very bright colors, and I am more of a neutral gal, so I figured that this would be a better option for me. And best of all, it was only $5, and it is shatterproof. Now, I hope that you enjoyed all of these DIYs. I had so much fun creating them and using them, and I can't wait to continue styling them in the videos to come. I'm going to remind you, as always, to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so that you are notified every time that I post a new video. Like, comment, and share. And as always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.